It's not a bad book, it's just my attention span. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Drew and this is my channel where I make videos about improving my mental health in hopes that it inspires you guys to improve your mental health as well. So as you guys can tell by the title, I don't really know what the title is going to be yet, but I know it has something to do with reading a book a week for 30 days. So I have my 4 books chosen that I am going to read for the month. If I end up running into a situation where I don't like one of the books that I've read, I'm just gonna move on to a different one because I have a few more from the library that are ready to pick up, but I'm trying to limit how much I'm going out because we are in lockdown. Although it is curbside pickup, it's very safe and everything. I just really don't want to do that. So I'm really hoping that I enjoy all 4 of these books. I do have to admit, I am sort of cheating a tiny bit with this first book, which is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I've never read this book before, heard great things. I believe it's Swedish and it was translated to English. So, like I said, I am kind of cheating a little bit with this one because I am currently on page 225, but there's like almost 850 pages in this little book. So I'm kind of cutting myself some slack with that one. I've still got like 600 pages left to go on this one. It is a bit of a smaller book, and so the writing is like quicker to get through, so it's not so bad, but 600 pages is still a lot of pages, especially because I'm kind of getting back into books and I was never one to be able to really finish longer books, so this one is a challenge. And then Factfulness is another one. This whole video is inspired by Leena Norms, which I recently came across her video. She just really inspired me to get back into reading books because I love books and I miss them. This one isn't as long, but it is still, holy crap, that's a lot of resources. And then another book recommended by Leena Norms. These two are both books that I've seen her recommend quite a few times. I've seen this book around so many times, so I'm very interested in it. And then The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Cami Payton, I believe. I watched her video about books and she recommended that one, and holy crap, she's right. It's so good, but like the first 100 pages are quite dry, but they're kind of key to the whole storyline. I'm really enjoying that book so far, so I know that I'll finish that one. Hopefully it won't take me too long. And then my next book is If I Never Met You by, oh, I'm gonna butcher this name, Mhairi, McFarlane. I probably just really embarrassed myself. Again, recommended by Leena Norms. She said that it's a really good book. I think she said it's one of her favorite authors. So I'm really interested to see how this book is. And I think that I've just been reading way too many non-fiction books lately because I've been really into like the self-help books and everything, which have been great. Nothing wrong with them. It's just a little bit of escapism would be really nice, especially right now. And then another one is A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. I'm really sorry if I'm butchering any of these names. Oh, I did not expect him to look like that at all. Anyways, I've heard, again, very many good things about this book. I'm really hoping that I do like it. My rules for this challenge are relatively flexible because I want to set myself up for the most success. I'm really hoping that I'll be able to finish more than 1 book a week, but like not getting my hopes up, not putting too much pressure on myself. 1 book a week sounds pretty good to me at this point. I'm really excited to start this challenge. So today is the 5th, January 5th of 2021. I'm going to probably read a little bit of this before I go to bed tonight and then probably power through quite a bit of it tomorrow because I have had to hold back. Yeah, hopefully this challenge goes well and I will update you guys as I go along. So I'm pretty sure I've read about, let me do the math real quick, 375 pages today. I've read for hours. I'm coming to the home stretch. I haven't been able to stop reading this book. It's really good, and I'm gonna try and not give out any spoilers during the entirety of this video, but holy crap, it's so intense. At one point, I even looked at the clock and it was like 10:30, and I was like, oh, I should probably, you know, do some stuff. And now it's 1:30. Maybe I will finish this tomorrow, but holy shit. I just want to finish it. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I will probably see you guys tomorrow once I do decide to finish this book. And I might be able to start on a new book tomorrow, which is only 2 days into this challenge. Good morning, guys. So I didn't read any of my book yesterday just because I think I was a little bit tired after reading like almost 400 pages the day before. So I really would like to finish this book today. I have about 230 pages or so. I'm nervous that it's not going to turn out the way that I want it to. Also, I've got my little book buddy here. There we go. Oh, hi, baby. Come on. Well, I'm done. Ugh, that didn't turn out the way that I had expected it to. Like, it did and it didn't. And if you've read the book, you probably know what I mean. That book was just a roller coaster of emotions. Holy, and it just never ended. It didn't drag on. Well, parts of it did drag on, but it all just came full circle, I think. Yeah, that was a lot. I'm starving. I'm gonna go eat. It has been a few days. I have really slacked on updating you guys, but I promise I have been reading. I feel like nonfiction books are kind of challenging for me to read quickly. Like, obviously fiction books are a lot more engaging and there's a lot more suspense and excitement and intensity to it. So I feel like those are a lot easier to get through. I have just been like seriously slacking on how much I have read this book. I'm on page 68, which is a lot more behind than I would like to be. Holy shit, I have a lot to go. I have been trying to read it kind of as much as I can, but I have also been going through some, you know, woomy times dealing with that shit. I've just been kind of binge watching YouTube videos. Which is just kind of my life normally anyways. I don't know, I know that this book is meant to like make you feel better about the world, but I think that because I'm reading it as my province goes into an extremely strict lockdown for the next 28 days, you know, COVID is on the rise and people are facing homelessness because their government is not supporting them. It's kind of hard to be, you know, positive and be like, oh yeah, this book is talking about all of the great things that are happening. But I also know that like right before the pandemic started, this, you know, would have made me feel a lot better about the world. I kind of go through and I read it and I'm like, yeah, but like, does this really still relate to the times? So I'd really like to actually get some knowledge about what he thinks about how the world is now with the pandemic and everything. I'd actually be very curious to see some stats on things between what he was talking about in this book to now, you know, in the middle of a pandemic. So I know that it's supposed to make you feel a lot better, but it's not really doing much for me. Not yet anyways. So I gotta get at least halfway into this book by like Friday. Got a lot of reading to get done with that. But book number 1, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, oh my god. That one was playing with fire, you know what I'm saying? God, that was terrible. I flew through that book and I lost my train of thought. God damn, if I don't have ADHD, I don't know what the heck these doctors are gonna figure out about me. After this one, I'm going to be reading If I Never Met You, but I did also get a bunch of books from the library today because we are going into a strict lockdown, so they won't be available to pick up as of now because it's the 14th, so it's Thursday, which is the day that Ontario goes into lockdown. Or no, sorry, stay-at-home orders. So I did get more books, so if any of these books end up not being super interesting, then I shall move on. Hopefully I'll have at least 50 more pages read by the next time I can update you guys. So just don't hold your breath. Good afternoon, guys. I have finally reached the halfway point of this book and it is Sunday. So I have today and tomorrow to finish this book. So I need to get about 85 pages read today and then 85 pages read tomorrow. So hopefully I can do that, but I have quite a bit of editing that I need to start doing today. I'm gonna try and get like a little bit of reading done right now just so that I'm not so overwhelmed for later on. I have been enjoying reading before bed. I would say it's a pretty good book to read before bed because it's kind of like reassuring you that, you know, everything in the world is not awful. So I read a little bit more and I'm honestly really starting to feel like more like optimistic, I guess you could say. He called himself, I think it was a possibilistic or something like that, which I thought was cool. I don't know, this has still been really good and I like the way he writes is like very much to the point. I think if you've read it, you kind of know what I mean by that. I did realize that I was Googling the author's name and he died in 2017, so that's sad. I was just a little bit shocked to find out that Hans had passed away, so that's really sad. Yeah, I feel like he would have been very happy to see that Scotland had made sanitary products free, which was really cool to see in 2020. I'm going to get some work done and then I'll do a little bit more reading later. Hello guys, it's been a few days. I need to tell you guys about this book. I finished this book in a day. I've never been able to finish an entire book in a day. Literally spent 12 hours just reading this book because I couldn't get enough of it. It was so good. I was a little bit nervous because it's a hetero romance, which I feel like I really want to get into LGBTQ romances, specifically lesbian romances, just to spice things up a little bit. So if you guys do have any recommendations for those books, please put them in the comments below. But I finished this book and it's so good. I'm not gonna give anything away, but oh my god, Mhairi McFarlane, incredible author. She did such a good job writing this book. I've actually got 2 more books by her on hold at the library, so I'm gonna probably go pick that up in the next few days. Now, I'm onto this book, A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle? I feel like I'm just not getting into the book. I keep trying to open it and read it, but I feel like I don't know if it's my time to read this book, and I don't want to like force it. So I think I'm going to put this book away for now and try a different one. So out of the couple of books that I do have from my library that are kind of like what interests me right now, which I think I'm kind of in like a fiction novel mood. I don't really think I want to dive into a nonfiction at the moment. I just don't think I'll be able to get into it because I really just want some escapism. You know what I'm saying? I have The Power here, or I have The Elegance of the Hedgehog. Both these books have been recommended by Leena Norms in multiple videos. A New Earth is like staring me in the face right now, just being like, you're giving up on me. Like it literally says in the book, if you're not into this book, it's probably not your time to read it. And I think I'm kind of really holding on to that just because I really do not feel like reading it. I know that there's a big religious aspect of it and I'm not a very religious person. And I know that that is more so of like, it's not dedicating the book to you have to believe in a religion or anything. I believe it's more so just like believing in yourself and believing that there's something for you kind of thing. But I'm just really not in the mood for that kind of thing. I think I might do The Power. It seems like a really good book. There are a lot of content warnings on the Thestorygraph, which is like a small version of like Goodreads that's not owned by Jeff Bezos. I've switched over to them. Their link will be in the description box below. Like I said, I did finish this book in a day and I finished it Thursday. So I started it Wednesday night. On Thursday, I read from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. essentially with pee breaks and food breaks in between, which I was really stressed out because with Factfulness, it was a very good book. I just could feel myself losing interest in it so quickly towards the end because I was just looking forward to a fiction novel. And this one didn't disappoint. Her writing is just really good and I loved the plot of it. I just thought it was really well done. It also made me feel a little bit more confident about this challenge because I wasn't so stressed about being behind on reading because I knew that if this book wasn't engaging, it would take me a while to read, and now I'm like way ahead of schedule all over again. Also, don't mind my hair. We're just gonna ignore that. So I'm gonna get into The Power and hopefully it's good. Hopefully I don't regret this decision and hopefully I don't have to move on to a different book. So let's get started. Well, if you're seeing this on the day that I've uploaded, then it's been exactly 2 months since I started this challenge. And I still haven't finished the 4th book. I got really sucked into playing Among Us with my Camp Shiggy friends, so y'all can blame them. Just kidding. But I've literally only just passed page 100. And if I'm being honest, the writing at the beginning of this book was kind of hard to get through. Like, it wasn't bad, it was just weirdly written in my opinion. And I will finish it because it's starting to get really interesting. But I think I just got a bit of reading or book burnout, if that's even a thing. So this whole challenge turned out to be a lot harder than I was expecting it to be. I went into this challenge thinking that I was gonna finish more than 4 books, and not to say that I like put the pressure on myself to do so, but it was kind of like I had my expectations a little bit too high, I think. That's okay. It's good to humble yourself sometimes. But honestly, if you guys have a solution for like readers burnout or book burnout, please let me know in the comments below because I would love to hear if you guys suffer from the same issue of just not being able to pick up a book and get into it, even though I want to, because it's just so hard. You know? But to be honest with you, now that this video is finally done, I kind of have the motivation to read again, so I'm probably going to finally finish this book and then finish all of the other library books that I haven't touched in like a month. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it maybe inspired you guys to try some books or read some of the books that I mentioned today. Be sure to hit the like button if you did enjoy this video. It really does help out my channel, as well as hit the subscribe button and notification bell to be notified about future videos that I will be making, as well as follow me on all of my social media. They're always the pinned comment in the comments, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! That's how I feel about that. What do I do about this?